Powered by Elodic Digital Marketing Solutions.
The Couture 303 podcast is now officially sponsored by Dapper Turkish Barbers in Hunts Cross. You can find them on Wood End Avenue and they do the full service there. The hair, the beard, the ears, the nose, the cutthroat, the hot towels, the lot. It's the only barbers I ever go to. Fantastic service, great lads. No need to book, just pop in and see them 7 days a week. If you want a nice sick fade like mine, you will not be disappointed. The absolute best in the area. That's Dapper Turkish Barbers, Wood End Avenue, Hunts Cross. And now back to the show.
The Couture 303 podcast with Jay Viper.
Welcome back, guys, to another very special episode of the Couture 303 podcast. As you can see, with no expense spared, we're in this luxury studio, which isn't my living room by any stretch, and I am joined by the one and only Liverpool's very own Mr. MC Mental. How are we, Cole?
I'm good, mate. Very good.
Thanks for doing this, mate.
No, it's a pleasure, mate. Being in this place, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, did you get through security okay?
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, it was alright.
Just
yeah,
slipped
you should see the car he turned up in. It's an absolute banger, honest to God. Do you want bus fare to get home?
Yeah.
As we do with all my podcast, Col, we start at the very, very beginning, so I always start with the same question. Where and when were you born, mate?
Kensington, 1979.
1979, so 45, what, 45?
45.
Don't think they were 44.
This is why I'm here, you know what I mean? This is why I'm here.
He paid me to say that, by the way. So what was your home unit like? Obviously, brothers and sisters?
Brothers, one big brother, sound, little family. Grew up in Kensington, L7, in Liverpool. Good. Moved into Rainhill.
When's you moved to Rainhill? When's you moved to the dark side?
I reckon I was about 5 or 6,
yeah.
I'd say. I remember Kensington as a kid being good, you know what I mean? It's not like this now.
Yeah, it's rough ass now, isn't it?
Kensington, when I was there, was everyone stuck together, everyone was, you know, you could play on the front door, that's all I remember, it was happy days. And then, yeah, come some dough, moved into Rainhill, and then I've been there ever since. I'm a wool now. He's a wool. He's just admitted it. Saves me having to point it out. He's got a foot out.
Yeah, he's sheep parked outside. So but you say that about like the sense of community. Now I'm from Netherley, and and it was fucking rough as fuck there when we grew up. But like obviously where I live now is it's a nice area, but you've lost that sense of community. I think
you've lost it everywhere, mate.
Do you think?
Yeah.
It's not just because we've got all upper class.
No, well, no. Look at Kenny now. Do you know what I mean? As an example, I mean, I went back to our old house probably 10 years ago just to have a little mooch, and it was boarded up, and you know what I mean. Yeah. I remember what you remember is a nice, happy family unit, and then you see that, and you're like, oh, mate, come on.
Yeah, but what the point? I think the point I'm getting more is like Speak, Netherley, Toxteth.
Yeah.
Places that people consider to be rough areas, and I'm not like I said, I'm from there. That's where I grew up. I think there's a better sense of community, or maybe that's just a sign of the time. Maybe as people grow up and move out, the sense of community is gone. I think tight knit communities are like less off, and I'm not slagging anyone off, but I think there's
people keep themselves more now.
Yeah, I think
that's it.
That's what
like I used to live in Netherley. I lived in Glebe Hay.
This sort of time about
25.
Fuck off, I lived in 144.
Did you? Yeah. I lived there for 2 years, mate.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
So you lived down?
I lived in the middle of Glebe Bay, mate.
The very middle?
Yeah, so
you would have lived by like McDowney and stuff like that? The McKennas, the McKenna brothers?
Yeah.
Kev McKenna. Funny enough, I was talking to Steve McKenna the other day.
Did it, Jay?
It is, mate, isn't it? I was talking to Steve McKenna the other day, so Steve McKenna reached out to me on Facebook, and Kev McKenna was the first person to ever let me have a go at Dex.
Was it?
Yeah,
so
fucking hell.
So you owe him big
time.
I
actually mentioned him on it. I did it. I think it was a drone mix on YouTube a while back, and I mentioned Kev on it. I said, if it wasn't for Kev McKenna, I wouldn't be around today.
And the good thing about Netherley is everyone's in the same situation. Like, I think Netherley's probably one of them still now that everyone gets on. Everyone's still connected.
I think Speak's a bit like that, to be fair. I think people, a lot of people from Speak kind of stay in Speak and they keep themselves, and there's a lot like, if you say you've got a mum and dad with a couple of kids, they move when they move to Speak, and they all stay together. And, your mum's around the corner, your kid lives to whatever. So you say you had older brothers?
Yeah, I got one older brother, 1 year older than me. Steve. So he's moved out. So what happened was the situation was we moved to Rainhill. Mum and dad split up when I was about 14, 15. I was actually, I'd say, homeless for a bit. It was a bad break, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we had to fend for ourselves in rough ass Rainhill, which wasn't bad. But yeah, and then it's a weird story. I ended up buying the old house we used to live in.
Wow.
10 years ago, and I've done it all up, extended it and stuff. Yeah. But not in a sentimental way. It just come on the market. I knew my man owned it.
Yeah.
I gave him a bell and went, mate, I need an house. You know what I mean? This was back 15 years ago, I'd say. And I got the house, so I still live in that house. My brother works, does his own thing. I do my own thing. So,
well, we'll get on to your own thing a little bit later, because that's a little story on its own. so you had one older brother who's a year older.
Yeah.
So where would you say your musical influences came from as a kid? Was it a musical household? Was it your mum and dad playing music?
Pretty much. It was like everyone my age. It was the 60s, 70s. They listened to me, ma listened to the 60s and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember like the tapes in the car and stuff.
Yeah,
but in terms of dance music, it was our era. I don't know about you, but when I was 14, 15, 16, it was Stu Allan Key 103. Simple as that. And it was on Key 103, and I listened to it, and I was like, me and the boys were like, wow, what's this?
Funny enough, in the kitchen there about 2 hours ago, Paul Butler was in ours, and I was talking to Paul, and actually we had the conversation about, you know, when certain people pass away in the scene, there's two that really like actually genuinely upset me.
Yeah.
Stu Allan and Malorca Lee.
Yeah.
Now, and for different reasons. Malorca Lee, because he was just this fucking powerhouse. He was the life and soul. You know, if you've seen Ultrasonic live back in the 90s in the Dome in Kinetic or whatever, there was no one who had more energy than him. He's just this ball of energy. And when he passed away, that's one of the rare occasions where someone who I didn't know on a personal level actually upset me.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously Stu Allan was the one for the same reason you just said there. When we were like 16, 17, we wouldn't have heard Therapia and Bamachi and Turn Up That Motherfucker and all that kind of stuff if it wasn't for Stu Allan.
There you go.
He was an integral part.
If it wasn't for Key 103,
you will,
at the end of the day,
giving the platform to
and the time he was on, I think it was 10 to 11 or 10 to 12, and you know yourself, and anyone of our age would know you used to record it. And what I used to do was
large.
Yeah. And then I'd try to turn it off and then try bang. And then later on in the time, when I wanted to get onto the MCing and stuff, that's how I practiced. I'd do it over Key 103 sets.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it wasn't for Stu, and I'm so blessed to be able to go and do Stu's gig. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
so blessed.
We'll touch on that a bit. I mean, I'd seen, you actually were on with me last year, so the story with that was quite a funny one, actually. So I was absolutely honoured to be asked to play.
Yeah.
And I had an early set, which I was, listen, I'd have played in the fucking toilet, so fucking doors open. It wouldn't have bothered me. The fact of playing in Bowlers was amazing.
Yeah. Playing
in Stu's name was just an absolute honour, like I say, for all the reasons we just said there. So I had me set, I think it started at 3, I was on at like 4:30 or something like that. So I played me set, and you'll know, it's a charity gig, so you don't get paid, but they give you free drink tokens.
Yeah.
So my missus was about 80% down the zinc tokens, and we were about to go home because I was thinking I want to have a bevy now and get home. And I said to Jenny, listen, Vibes was on loud and lively. Let me just say to the Art of these, and we'll let down the road. So I went on the stage to say to the Art of Vibes, and I was just saying to the Art of Lively, and the stage manager went, "Are you going now?" And I said, "Yeah." So can you do us a favour? And I thought she was going to say, "What's the reg of your car?" Because someone wants to park in your space. And she went, "Blah blah's fucking running late. Can you jump on for 20 minutes?" And I looked around, and you'll know because you've seen a better view than me. The fucking room was full, and I went, "You want me to jump on now?" She went, "After Vibes." I went, "Yeah." So I went to Jenny. She went, "Me going?" I went, "No, come back on." She was like, "What?" I said, "Go and get yourself a drink."
Spend them tokens, Lord.
Yeah, spend them last two. We're
going to be for the night.
Oh, mate, what a fucking honour. And you were on. I thought you've seen a video, put up a video on YouTube.
Yeah. Was that the last one or the one before?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I was on with Hixie, so I'd done Ian's set.
Yeah.
Which, Hixie still.
What a room.
Oh, mate.
That's the small room.
Perfect size.
Exactly.
For like a warehouse venue.
Exactly.
I'll tell you the story about that room, you'll come on to it, but that's the room where where Compulsion was.
That's right, yeah.
That's the room I blacked the mic. And
yeah.
the
Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit. So we'll just rewind just a little touch then. So you said your mum and dad had tapes on in the car. So what kind of music were you exposed to as a kid?
Gladys Knight in the Pips.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't name them all, mate, but it was stuff I wasn't really into.
Motown-y, soul-y type stuff, yeah.
Yeah, Motown-y and all that stuff. So, yeah, it was good. I know the tunes now, do you know what I mean? I haven't got them on CD or anything.
But tell you what, if they come on the radio, it brings a smile to your face, doesn't it?
Exactly. And I know it.
Yeah.
And I'd sing along to it. And then I've got to look at myself and go, shut up, Colin.
Yeah, there's tunes my mum, like obviously my mum's got quite an eclectic taste. My mum was quite young when she had me. She was 17 when she got caught me, and I was just turned 18 when I was born. So my mum, funnily enough, she watches all my podcasts, by the way. Hello, mum.
All right, Jay's mum. Ma.
Yeah, honest to God, she's my biggest fan for the podcast. Watches and listens to them all. And she texted me yesterday. So I played the Kinetic reunion in Keele University the week in June. I think it was June the 1st. And I put my camera up, got the audio recording, and I spliced it together and I put it on YouTube. And my mum texted me yesterday saying, just watch your set there from the Keele University. She says, I remember most of them when we lived in the house and you were playing your decks. She remembers. So it works both ways.
Yeah.
We remember. I remember mum listening to like fucking Dancing on the Floor and fucking Gary Glitter and Slade and Elvis and all that. She remembers me playing all like the old school stuff.
I used to get it all the time. I was getting, Colin, turn that bang, bang,
bang.
Bang,
that's not music.
Yeah, that's exactly. We all used to get it, mate, didn't we? And do you know what? It probably wasn't to them back then.
No.
It wasn't instrumental, it wasn't music. So to them, it was just bang, bang. All they could hear upstairs was bum, 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 bum. A bit of fucking shouting. You know what I mean? They didn't want a part of that, but yeah.
So what was your first exposure to, and we'll call it rave because that's the kind of all-encompassing umbrella. What was your first exposure to the rave scene and the rave music then?
Stu Allan Q103 again.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got us all into it. Obviously, he had mates, you know. And then we used to go Club Kinetic. God bless Club Kinetic. So when we were 16, 17, there used to be a coach that used to go from Rainhill every week, every Friday. And mine and me mates, gang of us, life was making enough money to get on that fucking coach. Yeah. No matter
by hook or by crook.
So you know why it went. So, you know, some of us made it, some of us didn't. And then when we got there, some of us got in, some of us didn't. When you got through them doors and went up them stairs, mate, it was like, right, boom. And back then, you know, everyone knows that, you know, the drugs were different, everything was different. You were up all night, and that's what got me and probably the lads into it. But initially it was Stu Allan. And then we're going Carl Cox's birthday at Club Kinetic. I think I was 16, and that was the first time I got in, because I looked when I was 16, 12, and I used to go with my mates to drive paper driving license, you know what I mean? So it'd be like, I'd be outside going, right, I think his name's Emily. It was Emily. Emily. So I'd have to go, hi mates, how old are you? 18.
My name's Emily. Before you ask.
Emily, what's your date of birth? And that's, mate, I knew that at the back of the eye. And I remember the time, most times you're like, fuck off, mate. You're about 12. So me and my mates would hang outside, mooch around until 6 o'clock in the morning, until the other lads come out, and then we get back on the bus. And I got in that time, I was like, fuck me.
Who was on? Do you remember who was on?
Carl Cox's birthday. I remember Carl Cox was on.
But
that's all I remember.
And
I remember listening to Connie, and that's the first MC that I heard, really. And it was mad because a lot of people go for the music, and I did go for the music, but when I heard that there was an MC on who was controlling it, in my eyes, I was looking for him. I was like, where's him? And back then, he used to be up behind the decks in the main arena, if you remember. And then a few times later, I went, and the MC was actually on the dance floor, and I think it was Man Paris. I'm not too sure, but I remember just I must have stood. I was just looking at him for 6 hours. But music, that's how I got into the rave. And then after that, we'd go to Donny Warehouse. I think it was on the Saturday. Bit easier to get in. As long as your head fitted over the little barrier. You'd have to put like your 10 in or your 5 and you'd flicking in. And that was it. It was every weekend, mate. That's what we done. And then we'd graft again to try and get our money to go.
So I mean, it's an unusual path because most people tend to get into the music and they want to start DJing. For you, it's different. We
were going out,
the mystique of the MC.
So back, exactly that.
Yeah.
But back then we were going and doing stuff in there, so we had to be there, if that made sense. I don't know how much you can say, but
you can say whatever you want, mate.
So there you go. So they were also on the garage and that. So we used to, that was our like little graft.
I think you've expired the statute of limitations now.
No
charges.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what it was, and so it was just every weekend. It was religious for us. Yeah. We had to go. And then once we started getting in a couple of times, the bouncers got to know us. We started sorting out the bouncers, and then it was like, these.
Yeah, you get looked after then.
Yeah, they? And then that was it then, and. Yeah, so that's how we got into rave and going out every weekend.
So when did the transition come between, I like this music and I like this guy who's on stage commanding everyone's attention? When did you start thinking, I'll have a bit of that? I reckon I could do that.
When I was going home, probably on the Monday, still a bit wired, and buying a mic, and then MCing over Stu Allan tapes. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. My mark kicking on, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you shouting for?
Yeah.
Were you rapping to your soft
I probably was just shouting. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you start out, you most people start out by emulating other MCs, don't think you start MC Khan, so it must be hard to get your own style.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't think I did, and it sounds weird, even though some people might think I sound like other MCs or whatever, I don't know.
Well, everyone's influenced, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think it was just listening to the MC's voice, how big and loud it was, and they were controlling the thing, and everyone was listening to him. If he said whistle, people were blowing the whistles, and I just thought, I'm not asked about the DJ. Yeah. I used to look at the flyers
and see the MCs.
So the lads were like, "Oh, Stu Allan's on the brisk song."
Who's MCing for him?
Connie and E-double-L. Danny was a good mate of mine now. He was on quite often, and the lad who hopefully will watch this, Alex MC Energy, used to do a bit in there, and he's the lad who started me off. So I owe so much to Alex. Like. So
just rewind just a touch on. So you started getting your voice, if you like, and obviously there's. See, the thing with MCing is people think I don't like MCs. It's not.
But I don't.
No, it's not the case. To be an MC, to be a good MC, I can't do it. It's an art form. And now listen, put it this way, right? I'm a DJ, you're an MC.
Yeah.
If we switch the tables tomorrow and you're sat behind a set of decks, you could get away with it by just playing some half decent tunes.
Yeah, but you could get away with it.
I couldn't get away with it.
You could by just.
But you just see me.
Yeah, I know.
You see me
point. You need the voice, and you need stuff like that. You know what I mean?
To be a DJ, if you've got a good ear for music.
Are you saying we should get paid more than you?
Listen, anyone who watches this podcast will know I'm not a big fan of MCs because I think there's too many MCs out there who A, don't know when to shut up, and B, aren't good enough for what they do.
Yeah.
A good MC will make a night. A bad MC sadly can ruin a night. Yeah. People like yourselves who've been established in the scene and done great things obviously know what they're doing. But unfortunately, I've been through the scene from the mid-90s up to now, and I've seen these fucking, I call them skibberdibbers, and it can ruin a night. But my point is, for an MC, there's nowhere to hide. If you're shit, you're shit.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking, it's such a skill to do it. Like I say, I can put a set of decks in front of you. If the tunes are there, you can play a tune, everyone's going to dance. Put a mic in front of me, and I go, here we go. Let's, and I'm caught out then. Do you know what I mean? No, it's such a skill.
Yeah, it is. I think it was just because I loved it. Anything you love doing, you're going to be successful.
Yeah.
If you've got determination, and I say this to my kids, you know what I mean? If you like it, just go for it and go and do it. I never ever took MCing too seriously, ever. You know what I mean? It was like, the first time I did do it, like back in Kinetic, and that was just me being a cheeky little fucker going up to Alex Energy and pulling on his leg and going, mate, give us a go with the mic. Yeah. He was probably thinking, what the fuck is that shit? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But luckily Alex turned around and passed me the mic.
Yeah.
And then I said a couple of weeks over the Marky G set. I remember it like it was yesterday. And then I bought the tape pack. I was going to spin in town.
Yeah.
Have you got the Club Kinetic tape from what?
Give
it a couple of weeks. Yeah. Next day, have you got the fucking Club Kinetic?
You're in it yesterday.
This little kid keeps coming asking for this tape. I think I left him my fucking home number and said, mate, ring me when it comes in. You know what I mean? And then my ma said, some lad's been on the phone from a record shop. Fuck off. Straight on the bus. I was there, mate. And that tape got hammered. I wanted to hear what I sounded like. I wanted to hear what I said because I can't remember. And Alex literally gave me the mic probably for I think it was a minute. So big up Al for that. He knows I always thank him for that.
Don't forget you can catch me each and every Thursday night for my show Absolute Old School, only on In Demand Radio, where I play you 2 hours of classics and a feast of forgotten gems, usually on the harder side of the spectrum. We kick off with the early 90s every week, and then we have the trance flashback section, followed by the spotlight section. In the past, we've featured clubs and events like Kinetic, The Drome, Good Grief, labels like Tidy Tracks, Bonsai and Shock, and artists such as Ultrasonic, Tony DeVee and Scott Brown. We always finish off nice and tough with the Go Hard or Go Home section. You can catch it on In Demand Radio Thursday nights from 11 PM, or listen back absolutely free of charge on indemandradio.com, or download the free In Demand Radio app for Apple or Android.
That was back in 96, and then after that, that's when I started doing it in my bedroom, thinking, right, I'm going to do this. You know, not as a job, as a hobby. I just like doing it. I I don't know what it was. It wasn't the attention. MCing has changed so much over the time I've been doing it.
Definitely.
And I started in 96, well, probably 99.
Yeah.
That's 25 years ago, mate.
See that? Didn't even get his fingers out or nothing, just added up in his head. Smart guy this.
You know what I mean? Can't fucking...
He's got it written down his jeans.
Yeah, can't spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it was. It was like... I think that gave me the bug then to think, oh, fucking hell, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to my voice on the tape pack thinking, I don't even sound that much. Alex has got a big, powerful voice. Yeah. So it was probably the worst fucking thing. And I know, but it didn't sound too bad. And then I thought, right, I can do this. And then, I just started fucking around. My mate, obviously, I had a mate who wants to be a DJ. Perfect. Yeah. Come round as, you're the DJ, I'm the MC. I'm going to make a name up. Boom, stuck with me since then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so when was your first name?
I think it was Alex Energy who gave me that name.
Really, yeah?
I think someone did.
Yeah.
I never made that name up, mate.
If you're watching this, Al, give one of us a text and let us know.
Yeah, I'd give us another name as well.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sick of this. But, that's how it started. And then from there, probably 2 years after, 3 years after, I remember going to Compulsion and Bowlers, massive event, Compulsion and Bowlers. Yeah. And in between them, we were always going raving, going Donny Warehouse, listening to Nats, listening to EWL, listening to JD Walker. Yeah. They were the MCs. They were completely different. They were completely different to any other MC in the mainstream. More vocal, more lyrical. You know what I mean? And then I was like, "Whoa, this is it. This is the thing." And then I went to Compulsion and Bowlers, probably 99, 2000-ish. I remember going into the room where we played last year. Yeah. And that was like the hard house room, techno room. And Brian Topgroove, who runs Uprising, was playing. And I remember walking in thinking, oh, the tune's a boss. Again, I was always going in trying to listen to the MC. Yeah. There was no fucking MC on. Yeah. Or I think Ribs was on and then he just fucked off somewhere. Yeah.
No shout outs for a while.
Yeah, Ribs is, for me,
classic.
Is the MC. Yeah. And if anyone could MC like Ribs, when to speak, when not to speak.
Exactly. He's got the blueprint.
He's the man. And I remember sneaking around the back of the stage, getting up, walking past Brian, and just looking at the mic. And I remember Brian looking at me, and I just went and started chatting. But this is a big arena. Back then, I was like, what the fuck am I getting away with this? So I carried on.
The scores you have pulled me off the stage.
No one done fuck all. They just carried on. The crowd were having it. I was living the dream, mate. Yeah. And I remember coming off the stage, running to me mates. I just done a fucking hour there. Yeah. I'm like, fuck off, you dickhead. I went to
honestly.
As I come outside, Brian Topgroove, big up Brian. Brian Topgroove's come out and went, have you that lad who's MCing with me? I went, yeah. Now you've got to put it into context. We used to go Uprising. So for Brian to even speak to me again, I was like, he went, you want to come down to Uprising? Boom.
Fucking hell.
You should not have said that, mate. I took his phone number. Yeah. Him and Paulo, I used to ring their house probably, I don't know, a few times a week. Yeah. Brian, when can I do it?
Yeah. Paul, it's Tuesday, Col. Yeah. Give us a minute, mate.
Exactly. I knew Paulo was fucking mum's name. Yeah. You know what I mean? I should answer the phone and go,
it's Colin again.
Hey, Col. He's not in. So And in the end, they broke, and it was like, they were going to do it, but I said, yeah, come down, you can do the first hour. Now, for us, all my mates used to go Uprising back then, or half in Rainhill used to go Uprising back then. Yeah. So for me to be able to go, even if it was 9 till 10, 9 till half 9, this was it. This was me thinking, right, I'm going to go and prove myself now. Uprising, if anyone knows Uprising, they've had the same MCs
since day one.
What years?
Yeah.
So it was hard for me because the type of MCs they were compared to what I was completely different, but they wanted to break the mould.
Yeah.
So I've gone there, and first couple of times, obviously, Nats, Legend, Danny Double-L, Donomic, Dormer, Beats, all them. Well, I'm probably thinking, who the fuck's this kid?
Yeah.
Little fucking ginger scouse kid here. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I was a cocky little fuck, so I was like, I'm doing it, it's my fucking dream, so I'm not gonna... Yeah. So I just carried on doing the first hour. The funny thing was, it used to open at 9 o'clock. I would be at that door at 8:30. Literally knocking on the door. You know what I mean?
Was it the I only ever went there, I think it was twice. I went once to Uprising and once to Revolution. When we went, the DJ box was up above and the MCs were underneath. Was that how it was?
This was the Adelphi in Sheffield.
Right, okay.
What a venue. Anyone who's been to the Adelphi in Sheffield will know. Yeah. And this place, it was a weekly event, would be rammed out every week.
I remember getting the tapes, because they always had the Enzo and Marky G on, obviously Paulo and Kenny Sharp with the main ones, I remember. And obviously they had, you get Sharky down. So the funny story with me is, I played once when it was Uprising. I think I sent Paulo a tape, and he said, yeah, come down. And I went down with John Edge. John Edge was my MC, and John was a bit put out because, like you said, the MC's a bit of a close circle, and he was meant to be coming just to MC for me.
I'm surprised he got the mic.
That was the issue.
I'm surprised he never got the mic took off him once he got it.
That was the issue, because he was expecting to just jump on with me, and they were like, fuck off. This like yeah, it doesn't. And I think John got his nose put out a little bit, because he was expecting to just come with MC. That's how it was back then. Yeah. He was my MC, I'd turn up, he'd MC for me. But there, it was like, well, you're in our garden now, you play by our rules.
Exactly that. The thing with Uprising is, and we're still there to today, they done the 29th birthday last year, which is fucking amazing.
Unbelievable.
It is, the MCs of, like, where, I don't know how to differentiate this, but they never really had set times for MCs back then. Yeah. I did, because I was only on for the first hour. Yeah. So you warm it up, you warm it up, and then when one of the proper boys, Carl Space, big up Carl, or any of them come on, you pass him the mic, and then you fuck off.
That's it.
It was never said to me, but that was the thing I got. Like I was more than happy with that.
Yeah, of course.
So I'd do my bit, and then they'd come in, and then over time, Brian said, right, you're a resident now. Yeah. I was like, wow, you're joking. Wow. So,
Spinner, you know Gary Spinner?
I know Gary Spinner well, so I used to drive up with Gary Spinner. So Gary Spinner was not my DJ, but he was playing the same time as me, so me and Gary would drive up there. The thing with Gary is, he likes to party, Gary, or he did. I'd want to get off at Friday or Saturday. He was still there Monday. So we said if for some car, and you're like, Gary, come on. So I thought, fuck you, I'm driving on my own. Yeah. But
get a lift over Paulo's ma.
Yeah. But that was it. And then in time, they just obviously they realised that I was there to stay, kind of thing. Yeah. And they're all fucking amazing lads. I mean, brilliant lads.
I've got a confession, actually. I actually owe Paulo a jack off me headphones when I
there you go, Paul.
When I played the Stu Allan Festival last year, I was on quite early and Paulo was on before.
Scousers, lads, you can't fucking.
Honestly, God, it's so like unbelievable. And I turned up, and I couldn't believe that Paulo was on before me. I was a little bit starstruck by that. I wouldn't have recognised, because I haven't seen him for about 20 odd years, and he certainly wouldn't know who I was. I played there twice, 98 and 99 or something like that, 97, 98.
Felt a bit in the arches.
So one was Uprising and one was Revolution.
Revolution was in the arches.
So the Uprising one I played, and then
I think it was in the arches.
I think it must have been just on the cusp of them transitioning, because I played for Uprising, and then I don't know whether I fucking wrote my letter or what, or email or whatever. It was a long time ago.
Typewriter.
Yeah, I sent him a letter to someone fix it. I sent him a letter, and I basically said, it's my birthday in May, and Sharky's on. Any chance you can give me like half-price tickets or something?
Yeah.
And he went, didn't you play for us through the week? And I went, yeah. He went, bring your tunes down, you can play. I was like, fucking hell, I couldn't believe it. And I went with my ex. The one only time I actually met Sharky, and I was fucking round the fucking bend probably as well. I was chatting absolute shite to him. But yeah, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I got to play. I played, there was 2 rooms in the Arches, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I played in the smaller room.
Yeah, there was.
And then I got to see Sharky
Small,
in the main
sweaty
room.
dive, go downstairs.
That's
like,
yeah.
Brilliant rave venue. A bit like we're back to the Dockers in town, like that kind of feel. Do you know
Proper
what I mean?
old school rave venue.
Which I love.
So I turned up at the Stu Allan Festival last year, and I've got my headphones, which I think are here, my Sennheisers, and I just have the small jack plug because my controller's got the 2 jack plugs.
So you've got the adapter off him.
And I went, I haven't got a jack plug, and he looked at me like he'd stepped in me dog shit, and I felt really bad, and he gave me the jack plug. So Paul, if you're listening or watching, mate, if you give me an address, I'll gladly send it back. I'm forever fucking grateful for that, because I wouldn't have been able to fucking play. So would you say Uprising was your breakthrough then?
Yeah. Which was very unheard of.
Yeah.
For any, and I'm not like, it was especially for a lad from Liverpool, Raynham, whatever you want to call it, but from down here, there wasn't many MCs in that scene.
It was all
obviously
local lads, wasn't it?
Cyanide, fucking legend. You're never gonna.
But I don't think, did he ever play Uprising, did he?
I don't know. I don't think so, because I think he was like my era.
He was drone based,
yeah.
And then he'd do like little bits like Hard Shock, and he did obviously Impact, which was in town.
Yeah.
And there was another night, I can't remember what it was fucking called now, but in Glenn's words, it was shit. I think it was in Burnley or something like that. He'd go down there and he said, it was fucking shite.
There you go. But like, it was. So I don't remember many MCs from Liverpool. It wasn't a big MC, hardcore MC city.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bounce was completely different to us. Yeah. And that was when I started doing MCing. Bounce wasn't even a thing. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Pleasure Rooms wasn't a thing. Stuff like that was a thing. But I'd say Uprising was, that was my first reality see. That was when I cemented my name as an MC, and I knew that's what I was going to do. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't going to pay to go on a rave anymore.
Yeah.
Simple. If I was going there, I was fucking working there.
And that's kind of like the trappings of what you do. Like, obviously, sometimes, and we've all been there. We've all done free gigs, but turning up at a venue and getting treated a little bit special and getting ushered in and stuff like that, it all part and parcel of the thing, isn't it?
It's crazy, and I try to explain it to people. So when you're in Uprising and you're looking up to all them MCs and you stood there off your trolley and you're like, wow, they must have a great life then. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to be one of them. And then in 3 months' time, you're one of them. And you don't want to throw that away. So I wasn't obviously going on anything. I was fresh. I was trying to do my job. I was trying to say to everyone, and there was loads of negative feedback to me because I'm an MC. They don't want me just saying a few words here. They want me blah, 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 like all the Uprising MCs. They're a lot better as MC than I was. But I knew I was getting shit, but you give me shit all day and I'm just going to rise above it.
But look at the people who are giving you shit. It's people who've never achieved anything.
Well, yeah, you can say that, or people who just don't want you there, or people who wanted to be in that position and they're not. I didn't. I don't know if it's luck or whatever, but I got there and I wasn't throwing it away, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. And from Uprising, that's where it grew.
So from Uprising, then what kind of gigs were you getting? Do you remember other than Uprising? Do you remember the first
there's
high profile gig?
Future Vibe, and then Vibalites started taking me on.
Vibalites,
and that was back then. The Uprising MCs stuck to their own. Like, they'll do Uprising, they'll do, obviously Nats were doing big things, but all the others, in my eyes, should have been doing the other big, massive stages. They just weren't getting a look in. Yeah. So, for me to go there and then branch out to your Hardcore Heaven, your Vibalites, Future Vibes, all of them really, mate. There was a time where I was busy, do you know what I mean? And that gives you confidence more than anything. People can tell you shit, but when I'm getting booked here, there and everywhere.
So Lee Butler put a post on, I think it was Facebook and his Instagram yesterday, and he was commenting on the fact that there's a lot of negativity on social media at the moment.
Yeah.
And I said to him on there, if you're doing well in life, if you're achieving, if you're happy in your life, you haven't got time to give shit to anybody. It's the people who need to have a fucking good long look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Why would anyone slag you off for being a bad MC? I'll tell you who slags you off for being a bad MC. Someone who can't MC. Yeah. Someone who's a shit at MC.
Well, you know, like, if it was...
I'll say your shit, by the way.
If it was a nice one, Jeff. I'm going. If it was a DJ or someone saying that, I'd probably take it in there, lad. But if it's someone who's not, I just look at it and think, you've got green eyes, mate, because
exactly.
Jealousy can be a bad thing, and you see it a lot, and that, I don't know, I suppose that's what spurs anyone on who wants to do something in their life. You know,
you've got to take it with a pinch of salt, because you know, and it is hard, because you can get 99 positive comments, that one negative one, and you'll try and ignore it, you'll try and brush under the carpet. It's like a splinter, isn't it? It's like, oh, you fucking you little bastard. I stood in for Ian Redman on In Demand, and it was a Saturday night, 8 till 10. And I know Ian's show is different to mine. Ian likes to play the commercial stuff, so I made a point of the last half an hour playing what I consider to be cheesier vocal stuff, and I tapped it down. I think there was 8 tracks, and 6 of them had big vocals in. And someone passed the comments on, because when you're on In Demand, you got the big massive telly with the messages. Fucking hell, yeah. Fucking hell, lad. You'll have been briefed. You know, where's all the fucking vocal stuff? Fucking shit, this lad. And I was driving home and I was half fuming, like thinking,
you can't. It's one of them. You can't please everyone in life.
No.
Simple as. No matter what you're doing, you can't please everyone in life. I'm not going to change what I'm doing just because a couple of people have said that.
Because the majority like you.
To be fair, I'm not asked, because I'm happy. I never done it as a career. I'd done it. It was a laugh for me. It was something I just went and enjoyed doing. And if I got 50 quid for it, I was made up. If I got one for it, I was fucking. If I got 150 for it, I was made up. I was never in it for the money. Even though back then I probably didn't have much money. It wasn't about
it's
that.
The passion,
it wasn't about that. It was about me having a good time. And seeing the ravers have a good time as well. And I know it sounds soppy, but that's what we do it for.
Exactly.
We don't do it so. There might be some DJs and MCs out there who do it for a big head, or they do this, do that. It's never been like that for me, and I think a lot of people in the scene have got me wrong because they don't fucking know me. I'm not like that whatsoever. I go for a laugh. I have a smile on my face, and if I don't enjoy it, I don't do it. It's as simple as that. But going back to that, it was from Uprising. That's obviously springboard me, and Alex Energy booked me for Illusion again. Big up Al, and Hardcore Heaven. Weekenders going into like 2005. So I'd say from like 2003 to 2005 to 2012 was the busiest period. I was doing little bits of Hardcore Heaven. I was booked for HCID, which was big as an MC. HCID and the Sun events and things like that. So it was good. Hardcore Heaven Liverpool. I remember when they done that one, they put me on that, and I was like, wow, old Colin Academy. And I'm a type 1 diabetic, and the funny thing was, I think 2 days before that is when I got diagnosed.
Fucking hell.
My head was all over the fucking place.
I can imagine,
And I thought, I'm making this fucking, I was on with Kate, I'm making this fucking thing. The bed just go,
cars.
I'm fucking doing it. And I drove down on my own, sober, done my set, and I still listen to that set now and again with Kate, and I've done one with someone else. Demand in the old school room.
Wow.
So back then it was like, I was there. I was up there.
You always MC to hardcore, like?
I MC to anything. I like MCing into like tech trance and stuff like that. Believe it or not, I like the minimal MC. I think the reason why I'm still here today in presence is because you can put me on an hardcore set and I'll do it. I'll sweat my balls off.
Potato waffle and go with anything.
Yeah.
He's waffly versatile.
I'm more expensive than them promoters out there. But that was it. And then techno, I'll do that. Host a techno set. I'll do old school, which I do more of now. So I always say an MC can MC to anything. If you can just MC to one genre of music, you're not higher, because...
So that leads me on to my next point, actually. So my mum, as we've said, my mum watches all my podcasts.
Getting picked up here, Jay's man, isn't she?
My mum is a massive fan of Basshunter. Now, you hosted for Basshunter, How did that come about? And
it was thanks to Mike Enemy, that was just one. So there was a Hard to Beat Records were doing a UK tour, which I think was, don't get me for this, was owned by Ministry of Sound. Mike Enemy was the host. So Michael MC Enemy, like him and Static were coming up.
That's right,
when I was halfway through my MC career, so to speak. But I was up there then, and these two popped in, and they fair play to them. Carl Storm's always been, for me, probably the best hardcore MC, crowd hyping. These two young lads come in, and I look at pictures of them now. I'm sorry, Mike and Johan, if you're watching this, but the shit we used to wear and that. But anyway, they come up, and then Mike got this gig hosting this Hard to Beat tour. So it was Basshunter, Sash, Booty Love, and he'd go on the stage, and then he rang me up one day, and he was like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm at home." He went, "Well, I'm doing this Hard to Beat record, but I've got to shoot off somewhere. I think you had to go on holiday or something. The Newcastle leg that needs to be done. Do you fancy doing it?" I can't remember who rang me, to be fair. And obviously we bed at the time. We said to her, "Well, I'm going to Newcastle. I'm doing this gig."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, "What is it?" He said, "Well, you're hosting acts in Newcastle Arena." Fuck off, I was in my car, I was up there. And I met him in the hotel, and then he got off and he was like, Basshunter was there, Sash and all that. Completely different thing to what I'm used to. We got onto a coach, we all went to Newcastle Arena, and then they stuck you in your own little room before it. And then I remember some fella coming in. I think I went outside, had a spliff, and I cut my head, was like, and there's some fella coming in, he went, "Right, do you know what you're doing?" I went, "Oh yeah, I've been doing it for years, mate." He went, "No, do you know what, when you're saying what?" He went, "This is what you've got to do." And he gave me like a fucking script.
Shut up.
And my head just went, fuck off on the deck. And I was like, "What?" He went, "Yeah, so when this track finishes, you've got to ask the crowd what track they want to vote for, and it'll come up on the big screen."
Oh my God.
I was like, "Mate,
I'm a TV presenter all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just go on there and chat shit. Mate, you know what I mean? But I had to do it. And thanks for Mike Enemy for letting me do it. I think that was the last leg of the tour. It was the last leg of the tour. But it was a different experience. It was arena. It was good. Don't get me wrong, I was shitting myself when they passed me the mic and I say 5-4 Peter, when you go on the stage, I'm like, but I've done it anyway. But yeah, after it, there was a party after it, so obviously Basshunter, Sash and all them were there, and Booty Love, which was like a band.
Did you meet them all, like, yeah?
Yeah.
I did a little
drink with them. They feel brilliant, mate. And so that was an experience, to be fair.
So, you've been nominated 3 times for the Best MC Award. So,
you know about the Hardcore Evan Awards back in the day. I don't know if what was it, 2005, 2010-ish, in between then. So I was doing Hardcore Evan back then. I was doing bits and bobs. I wasn't doing them all. Obviously, you had your Storm, your Whiz Kid, and then you had young Mike and Johan, who aren't so young anymore. Bastards. But to me then, they were young lads, but they were killing it. You'd have James Watts, who again, fucking hell, he's been doing this since day dot, and he doesn't stop. He grafts his ass off. He's a family man. He's like, big up James. So I was getting bits and bobs, and then they had these Hardcore Evan Awards at the Hardcore Evan weekends in Southport. So I was on them. And I remember one set I'd done with Scott Smiley, Billy Bunter and Kutsky, and I still listen to that set. And again, thanks Scott Smiley for letting me get on that. But yeah, they had these Hardcore Evan Awards, and I went to the Breakthrough. First I was in the Breakthrough category, but I never won it. I think Casper might have won it. I don't know if you know Casper, another belting MC. And then the next year I got put on the Best MC Award, which was with Carl, Storm, WizKid, Watsy, Enemy, Static, me, I think.
You'd be happy to come forth.
I'll be happy to. I wasn't arsed, mate. I wasn't winning that.
Storm, WizKid and Enemy? Fucking hell, I'll get me coat.
I know, but so that was my, I don't know, I thought, he's right, meet a little young lad, young uprising MC from Liverpool, and I've got up there. And
let's be honest, up against them, they're fucking 3 heavy hitters, aren't they?
You're not beating Gordon, WizKid and Carl Storm, two of the best in hardcore, not only because they've been doing it for so long. Carl Storm, mate, was probably the one, and he probably doesn't know this, Carl, but when he was doing Kinetic and that, which he was back in the day, he was breaking the mold for me than other MCs, because he was lively, his mouth scratching. He's the one I thought, he's the man. And when you say you moulded yourself off someone, I wouldn't say I moulded myself on him, but
you got a lot of inspiration from him.
Yeah, he was.
Who gives more energy than him?
No one.
And
I don't know how old you are, Carl, if you are watching this, mate, but you act like you're fucking 21.
Honest to God.
And that's a compliment, mate, to be fair, because I see you bouncing around them fucking stages. And
he gets a lot of hate, Carl. He gets a lot
of hate. He does, mate.
And I think a lot of it stems from jealousy.
I was just going to say, it's the Green Man again.
Yeah.
Because if you can be in a scene like Carl Storm,
he smashes it.
For that long, and still to this day. I mean, you go back 1998, 1999, he was fucking smashing it then.
Yeah.
And he's doing it now on the biggest stages. Yeah. So give the lad some
I've got a mate there who just will not give the lad any credit. He's fucking shit. I was like, listen, he's not shit. He's not. He's really, really good at what he does. There's no denying it.
He won't be able to. If he was shit,
exactly.
He won't be here. And promoters won't be doing it. You know, exactly. Club Filler wouldn't have him on his sets and stuff, and or vice versa. Yeah. So, yeah. Me and Carl haven't seen eye to eye over the years, but
I think he's fell out with a lot of people. I don't
I've got nothing against the lad whatsoever, and he's an inspiration to. He's a lot of MCs now. Even me being 45, he was an inspiration for me. Even the young ones now coming up, like you see the ones that are coming up in the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, Carl
should be an inspiration for them, and he probably is. So what does that tell you? Yeah. He's been an inspiration for me, who's 45,
and he's still smashing it.
And he's still smashing it.
And he's still got the same energy he had. Fucking, I remember seeing Carl and Gordon, Storm and WizKid, for those who don't know. I remember seeing Storm and WizKid at the Tiny Weekender. I think it was Tiny Weekender 6 or 7, and they had hardcore on for some. I don't know why the Tiny Weekender had hardcore on, but they were on and they fucking absolutely smashed it.
MC Squared, they used to call themselves, them two. So them two, about 2005, 2006. I might be wrong here, so sorry, Gordon, Carl, but them two come together and done MC Squared.
Yeah,
and they just literally smashed the scene because it was like, wow.
Well, you've got the number 1 and the number 2, and it's arguable who's one's which.
And to me, there were two different MCs. Gordon was very. Gordon's voice is like
so unique.
Wow.
Isn't it? You don't when you see Gordon and you hear his MC voice, you're like, what?
I thought he would have been a big fucking giant.
Yeah, they've dubbed that. He got such a deep voice, I think.
The lads know what they're doing, and at the end of the day, mate, big up, respect to them. I think any MC, you can't. If you want to be at the top of the game, you're gonna be a bit jealous of them too, because they have done everything. Yeah. And I look at Gordon now doing his pop noodle thing, and I think, fucking hell, he's good at that. Yeah. What can't he do? Do you know what I mean?
I think some people are just talented and they'll excel at whatever they put their hand to. If, like you said before, if you're passionate about something, you'll put your heart and soul to it, you get good at it.
You get that off both of them. You know Carl, he's passionate about what he does, mate. I don't know how old you are, Carl, you must be touching. I'm not going to say that anyone, to be fair, but for you to get up and drive 2 hours and
welly it on stage.
It's a job. Welly it on stage. Come back. Do it again the next night. Yeah. So there you go. That's all. I'm not going to big it up anymore, mate. I've bigged it up enough, but there you go.
I've been trying to get Carl on the podcast for a while, and I almost had him. And then
you'll probably fucking slate me if you've done that.
No, I don't like negativity on the podcast. And this is the thing, you see. I've had people on the podcast who's, I won't mention any names, but someone said to me, and it's a podcast I never released actually, they don't like Carl as a person. However,
I don't know, man.
They said, you can't deny how good he is.
No, me can't.
It's like this is what annoys me. People have a misinterpretation with just because you don't like someone or something that it's not good. I don't particularly like violin players.
I hate Everton.
For example.
I hate Everton. But
the world class football players.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've got mates. I've got a mate there. Fucking Storm shit. He's not shit, mate. Just because you don't like him doesn't make him shit.
Well, that's his opinion at the end of the day. And this just comes back to people like back in Uprising, I was getting it, he's shit. He's shit. He shouldn't be on the stage.
Well, he is.
That just gives me flames in my body. And I'm hoping, I don't know, Carl does get a bit of shit, but I don't think any of it's genuine. I don't think anyone would say it to his face. I don't think anyone can prove that he's shit. You give me...
Well, he's not shit. I think so. I from what I gather, some people don't like his quote-unquote attitude. But if you're at the top of the game, and, let's be honest, it's undeniable, he's been at the top of the game or in the top 2 forever.
Yeah,
there's got to be a certain amount of fucking, protection there.
It's respect where respect's due, and if you don't see eye to eye, so what? We're fucking adults, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, some of us are.
I can sit here and say that he's a good MC in my eyes. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And WizKid's a good MC in my opinion, and so are all the others in my opinion, because I know what it fucking takes to do that kind of shit. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's easy for I could say you're shit. I don't know what. You know what I mean? You're a shit window cleaner, or you're a shit fucking driver. You shit at your job because I don't know it.
I'm not very good at football.
No. I see you as a bit of a footy player now.
No, definitely not.
Let me down, mate.
Be honest, amazing.
Fucking let me down, mate.
Oh, mate, if you see me playing football, you've
got good legs for it, though. You know what I mean? I don't know what he does.
You'd probably fucking block fucking him. So, Hardcore Heaven, you missed the set one day. How and why?
That Hardcore Heaven weekend of that.
Was that what it was? Yeah. Let me guess, it wasn't the first night.
No, it was. Well, I don't know what it probably was. It was. No, I don't think it was. I had a set. I think it was a late one, and I should have been on it because I'm grateful for any set it gave me, especially with Hardcore Heaven. And it's been a long day, Jay. You know, I've had a few cans or whatever else, and I've sat in someone's car, and then this is straight up. I wake up to a fucking knock on the window. I can't remember who it was. I think it was the lad who used to run Hardcore Heaven. It was, what was his fucking name? Was it Mike Slammer? Something like that. Boom, 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 boom. What are you doing? What do you mean that?
Just woke up, what, right?
Fucking meant to be on now. Fuck. And I took something I wasn't meant to take. Do you know what I mean? Or I thought it was something else and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Genuinely, you know what I mean? And, so I missed that set, to be fair.
And did you...
I did run in and do the end of it, but I can't remember much of it. I can remember kicking myself coming out, thinking, you fucking dickhead, why have you done that? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was established then, but it doesn't matter. It's lack of respect. If someone books you, you fucking go and do it. Yeah. And that's not me, mate, you know what I mean? If I miss a set, I've got a genuine fucking reason. If I miss anything, I've got
We all make mistakes, though, don't we? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Did you break into the wrong hotel room once?
Yeah. Done that. I've even walked into Gordon will probably WizKid will vouch for this. One of the Hardcore Heaven weekenders. I went into the hotel. I flew out like the day after Gordon. I've been given a key to Dave's hotel room, and I was with my bed, and I've gone up put the key in, opened the door, and fucking Gordon sat there. He went, "What are you doing, mate?" I went, "This is my hotel." He went, "No, it's fucking mine." But yeah. And that one you're on about was, I was in a fucking bad state after a gig in, I think it was Magaluf or Lorette Mar, and I've come back and the door must have been open. I don't know what happened.
The door was open, you're on it.
Yeah, the door was open. I've gone into this hotel room, just crashed on the fucking bed, and I've woke up to like two girls and a lad going, and I think they have like a Manchester accent.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So I woke up, what the fuck are you talking? Get out of my fucking room. I was like, it's not your fucking room. Look around you. And there's like drawers and that. I was like, fuck, it's not, is it? How the fuck how have you got in there?
Can I just get a shower then?
I don't know. And it was just one of them, like, just get on, sorry. See you later. But I was a mess, mate. Yeah. I was a mess there, and then that was another learning experience.
So the Stu Allan Festival, we touched on it before. Did you play the Stu Allan Memorial as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you played that. So I went there just as a punter. Yeah. Who invited you for that?
It was, what's his name? He does all the bookings for Stu's. Paul Draycott. So I've known Paul for years through
OSN Radio.
I think he had something to do with Vibe Light back then. So yeah, and he knew. I think he knew. I think I might have texted him and said, "Listen, you know how big an inspiration is Stu for me. It'd be more than a pleasure to come down. Don't ask about money, blah blah blah. Fucking there, and I'll fucking give you money for the." But yeah, so he put me on there, and I've done every one since, which is I love Bowlers has got a special place in my heart because it was the first time I've done a set, and I've done a few sets open Bowlers and. It's down the road, Jay, so you can't move, can you?
It's closer for you than it is for me, being a wool, like.
There you go. It's not bad, isn't it?
Do you know you're on with I do try. Do you know you're on with this year at all, or do you know what time you're on?
I don't. No, I've done Hixie sets the last few years, which is, again, a pleasure. Ian is...
Legend, isn't he?
Oh, what a DJ. Yeah. And even now, the last one I've done, I was fucking surprised at how good it was, do you know what I mean? The thing with Ian, and I don't know how he does this, his tracks always seem to be louder than fucking anyone else's. And
That's a producer's sick, that, isn't it?
It's got to be at it, or he's slipping someone.
Yeah.
Because like every time it goes off with Ian, I don't think he needs an MC. To be fair, I should say that, but I don't think they're just great sets to do. So I love them. Yeah, it's down the road. A big gang of us go there because a big gang of the lads I know from Highton, from this way, from up in town, they all listen to Stu, so they go down there to pay the respects, and the big gang of us go down and make a day and night of it. So yeah, it's
such an honour, isn't it? I mean, really, like I said, I went to the first one just as a punter. The first time I'd actually met Alex, MC Energy, and I went there kind of plugging my podcast a little bit, and I had a t-shirt on, and I was giving cards out. I think I spoke to Emzo that night. He still hasn't done the podcast. Mick, you watching this, Mick? Come on,
get your ass down, Mick.
Game. You'll be all comfortable in the studio.
Look at this. You want to see this place, mate? It's fucking amazing.
There's naked girls behind there dancing for us. I think there's a tiger over there.
Yeah.
Is that Mike Tyson pulling up in the driveway over there? I think it is, yeah. Just get yourself a drink, Mike. And obviously I went there just as a punter. And then, same with yourself, I contacted Paul because I'd sent... The podcast for me started as doing t-shirts. I did these t-shirts. And I reached out to Demand, Stu Allan, Vibes, Sharky, and a few others, like the Silly G and stuff like that. And I just said, if you give it a cap on a t-shirt, would you wear it at your gig? At the time, I wasn't even DJing again. I was in a bit of a... I didn't DJ for about 12, 13 years. And and Stu said, yeah. He said, in fact, send two. My manager's going to wear one as well. So back to the docks, I think it was 5th birthday party.
Yeah.
I walked in, and there's Tatesy from Awesome 3 with me cap on and my t-shirt.
Sick.
There's Stu Allan and his manager with me t-shirt on. Walks in the hardcore room, bumped into Gary Silly G. He had a cap on. Walks in the hardcore room, and there's the man with the t-shirt on. Honest to God, I'm fucking probably the hardest my cock's ever been in my 40s.
Where was mine? I don't remember having one of your
t-shirts. I think I gave you a cap, you know.
No, you never.
I'm fucking sure I did. I'm sure
I did. I bought it today.
I'm sure I give you a cap, and you just kind of brushed me off. Like, who's this knobhead?
Don't trust you. Yeah. So we sold it.
Yeah. So back to the doc. How'd you get involved in that?
Lee, big up Lee All, contacted me, or I think so.
From the early days, like, or more recent?
No, I ended up going to the dock back in the day, but it wasn't like the best experience. Do you know what I mean? I think
rough as fuck in the dock, wasn't it?
I think we ended up scrapping or something.
Yeah, and stabbings and all sorts, wasn't it?
Rough but the music and that was our kind of music, because it was back in that era, wasn't it? So I think, I don't know, to be honest with you, but I've done it since day one, I think. And everyone, if you've not been to Back to the Dock,
oh my God,
get your ass down there, because on everyone, there's not been one where you think, oh, it's a bit flat that. They're all fucking boss. And the way he mixes it up with the old school hardcore, and it's good for me because I'm stuck in like a time warp, because when I was coming up, I'm not old school enough to be with the Cyanide and the Alex Energy and the Connies and that, and the Livelies, but I'm too old school to be with the Statics, the Enemies.
It's the same as me. We're now classed as old school now, by definition.
Old school, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is why I'm getting more bookings now for the old school stuff.
Yeah. We're the new breed of old school.
Yeah, there you go. So give it 10 years, we'll be the old school.
Yeah, we're a little combination here.
Yeah, there you go. Do you want to book us? Because
collaboration in the post here, yeah. As he said today, pair of good looking lads. He fucking So tell us a little bit about your current job then, Colin, because I know, am I right in saying, in your own words, you kind of went from having fuck all to having a really successful business. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So yeah, as when I was MCing, I was never earning enough to live. So I was always like doing jobs, doing bits, making money to make sure my kids have got food on the table. And I never had much money. I'd fuck all renting houses and stuff like that. And then I worked in the industry I'm in now. I got a job. I've always been like a salesman, to be a car salesman. I was in the computer industry, the audio visual industry, and people who don't know where it is, it's boring. It's big interactive screens that you see in schools, outdoor digital signage, stuff like that. So I was working for a company, and it never worked out. I can't mention any names, obviously, but it never worked out. I had a bit of a bing bang with the owner, and I remember when I was driving home, And I was fucking gutted. And I thought, how am I going to pay for my kids' food? I've just lost my fucking job. And I thought, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it. So I had a bit of money, not loads. I'd say a couple of grand. And I thought, I'm going to start my own business, see how it goes. And I did that first year, made fuck all. And I want to thank two of my good mates who let me use their office as a base. They were in the energy game back then, Stu and Darren, who I grew up with. And yeah, started off just doing bits and bobs, selling computer equipment, selling audio visual. Didn't work. Like 6-7 months down the line, I was like, oh, fucking, what do we do here? Do we go and get a job or what? But the people around me were like, no, you're working hard, crack on. And we just cracked on. And then from then, that was 12 years ago. Now we're a big, successful outfit.
Fantastic.
But it's motivation, it's dedication, it's wanting to do it. Don't want to lose. I don't want to fucking lose in life, in anything. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to go over saying, oh, I win everything. I fucking don't. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't win every day. There's days where you don't win. There's days where you get knocked down and stuff. And I think, I don't know, the childhood might have helped me, knowing that I've been knocked back a few times. So I just thought, no, I'm going to crack on. And I look at myself now and think, I left school when I was in third year seniors. I was a naughty lad. Yeah. So dyslexic, could write but can't fucking spell, shit like that. So I look back at myself now and think, you've done all right for yourself. So yeah, I'm not going to plug the company on this because none of you is going to buy any shit off me anyway. So
fucking give it a plug. You never know.
We've got it's all Office Limited and futurevisuals.co.uk, and we sell AV. We've got some good contracts now with big corporate companies. Don't get me wrong, every day's a graft, every day's working. I can't just get up and fucking just think I can just do nothing. I've got staff to look after, they've got babies to feed, it's all down to me. It's a lot of pressure, mate.
Of course
it's not just about me, it's about them. But we've got the right team and we're growing. We've got a new lad who started yesterday as well, so we've got a good team at our office in Rainhill. So if you want any, we do immersive rooms now, which is a complete immersive solution for education.
Wow.
So we've moved up in the game now, and that's like you walk into a room and we can transform any room into a full immersive interactive space.
Wow.
So
that would be good for like autistic kids and stuff like that, wouldn't it?
SEN kids, that's what it is, mate. We do most of the business in SEN sector, NHS. So we've got the NHS on board, which that's us. And then so I just try and go strength for strength, and some months you have shit months and some quarters you think, oh, but off it I've got a nice house, nice car, I can do whatever I want kind of thing. So yeah.
The only difference between success and failure, mate, is success didn't fucking give up.
Yeah,
you just keep going and keep going.
That's what I've done, mate, and that's what it is. And I'm so grateful for it, and I'm grateful for what I do, and because I'm in this position now, I'm not going to let it fucking slip. I mean, it's like, I don't want to, I could probably retire in a couple of years. Yeah. I can't do that. No. I want to keep going. I want
you instill a good work ethic into your kids as well, you know. Exactly.
Even though my kids have got no fucking work ethic.
But they will, because they'll understand that Dad used to graft his arse up to get us what we are today.
Yeah, I hope so, mate. I hope so, because when you have got it, you do spoil them. And anyone who's got kids will know, no matter what they want, even though you think, no, you're not getting, I'm going to let them.
They end up getting anyway.
They get it anyway.
Yeah. Especially if you can afford it.
Yeah. It's like my lad now, say, clean the house every day, and I'll give you £2 at the end of the month. Do an hour a day, you know, just do the dishes, dishwasher, you know what I mean? He probably does about 3 minutes and then expects the fucking money. And I'm like, mate, it doesn't work like that. I said, you know, if one of my employees would come in and said, right, I'm doing 2 minutes and getting off, they're not getting paid.
Mate, I'll come and tidy your house every day for £2
a month. Hey, Chase, you got a job.
Right, we're going to finish off now, Colin, with some quickfire questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
MC Mental, I will take your first answer and your first answer only.
Fire away, pal.
Rocky 3 or Rocky 4? Right in with the big guns.
Rocky 3, isn't it?
No, that's Rocky 4.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, Club Lang's Rocky 3.
The second Club Lang.
No, Club Lang.
Oh, yeah. Rocky 4.
Rocky 4. Yeah. Jam, custard, or ring donut?
Mate, I'm gonna fucking throw one in here. I don't like donuts.
Okay, fair enough. That's a very.
I'll just have the jam on its own.
Yeah, I'll have the custard, mate. One thing you'd rid from the world.
Rid.
What one thing you would have rid from the world?
Oh, Fuck me, Jack. Gotta be careful here.
Yeah, not really.
Negativity.
What superpower would you have? Good questions, these, aren't they?
Brilliant, dude. This is why he does this shit, you know what I mean? I was gonna say invisible, but that's a bit shady, that,
Where's
isn't
he
it?
gone?
There you go.
There he is. Hey, he's back again.
That's a bit
back in
shady.
the room.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, because you're really invisible to watch women obsessed.
It's a bit fucking weird, isn't it?
Sneak into people's bedrooms
But
and
it'll be
stuff.
good. No, not just for that.
No, fuck off.
Just for sneaking. You know what I mean? Like,
To see
you know
what?
what I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to be behind you. I'm going to tap you on the shoulder.
So you can have
tap you on the
well,
phone.
you'd have a superpower of being able to understand read people's minds. I'll put that one.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
I'd say I knew you were going to say that.
I'll be careful with that one.
If this was a movie, who'd play you and who'd play me?
You, I reckon. Don't know.
Don't say
What's
Will
the
Smith.
What's the Rock? Alan, the big lad, isn't he? The Rock.
Alan the Rock, yeah. If
For
you
me.
smell.
I don't know, mate. For me, I don't know. Some fucking skinny ugly prick.
Full English breakfast or a roast dinner?
Full English, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I'm partial to both, mate.
Yeah.
I'm partial
What
to
meat
both.
would you have on a roast dinner?
Lamb's the one, lad. Mate, and lamb makes the roast potatoes just crispier as well if you put the lamb fat over there. Yeah.
And goose fat as well. Oof.
Yeah.
If you could have dinner with anyone, alive or dead, who would it be?
Bill Shankly.
Who's your favourite DJ to perform with?
Do you want me to say you?
No, just tell the truth.
Do you know what? One I've done loads of, and I do always get into it when he plays like the 2005 hardcore. Sai.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Anyone you haven't performed with yet that you would like to?
I don't think there is, you know.
No.
I've been lucky enough to do, and
Good.
I'm not blowing the trumpet.
No,
there,
it's a
but
good
I've
situation
done-
to be in, isn't it?
Do you know what I was thinking about that the other day? No, I've done your set, haven't I? Do you know what? Probably someone like Lee Butler, something a bit different, you know what I
yeah.
mean? I've done a Rob Kane set, which he enjoyed, like the bouncy stuff.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend,
Rob
Rob.
Kane,
He's a
DJ.
wizard. He's what he does on them decks, mate. Fucking hell.
Rob,
No
so
wonder his birds always smiling. With them fingers, fucking hell. Pickled onion or roast beef monster munch?
Pickled onion, lad.
Gotta be on it. If you had to be,
take that question off.
yeah. If you had to be blind or deaf, which one would you choose and why?
I'm going deaf, so I'll probably. Do you know what? It's a horrible thing, either of them.
Yeah.
But I'll go deaf because I reckon you could reverse that with technology in a way. From good hearing.
A bit of a cheat there, but I'll give you that.
Yeah.
What are you watching on Netflix right now?
Do you know what? I only watch sports. I'm shit at stuff like that. I don't watch telly. I did watch a documentary about American football that I got into. It's about this quarterback. But anything on telly for me, it's boxing.
Fella, is it?
I forgot his name. He was for the Seattle Seahawks. Oh no, it's about him playing. Fucking hell, Jay. Yeah. No, it's about him throwing.
we clearly watch different things.
Oh, yeah. It's about someone throwing a football.
Yeah. A fully stocked chocolate bar, what would be your go-to? If it's everything's there, the full fucking range, what would be the chocolate bar you'd pick?
What are they called? Lindt
Lindor.
chocolate, mate. I'm all
nice.
over that.
I'll give you that last boss then.
That's
Who would you watch in concert, alive or dead?
Out of anyone. I know these are meant to be quick fire these, but
It's alright.
you know what I mean? My brain doesn't
We've only
work.
got 30 more.
My brain doesn't work. Concert, anyone? Do you know what? One might go a bit of Elvis, you know?
Yeah.
Just to see what it was like.
Oh, there's me man again. See what always.
Just
He's
for
a
you.
lovely lad, that Cole.
Just see you, Mrs. Viper.
What's your worst habit?
Worst tablet?
Your worst habit?
Oh, fucking hell.
You are going deaf, aren't you?
I am, yeah. You think my MC is bad now? I gave it fucking 3 years. Worst habits? Overthinking,
Yeah,
mate.
you took a while to get there, so
Yeah, see what I'm doing here? I've mixed it all in, haven't I? But overthinking, mate.
What scares you?
Failure.
And the last question, what's the best podcast you've ever been on? Don't overthink this fucker.
No, it's this. It's this one. This is the first music one. I've done a few back in the day, but you want to see this setup. Honest to God. If Jay invites you for a podcast, come, wear your best kit as well. Because
there's a helicopter landing pad and everything.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I needed that.
Yeah. So what's coming up then for MC Metal?
This weekend we've got Back to the Dock, Boat to Clyde.
By the time this goes out, that'll have been.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And after
the next day. Yeah. And then after that, Creamfields for a day, not working. I'm going for the day to watch Fisher. Joe Fisher, DJ Fisher. Have you heard of DJ Fisher?
Yeah.
Love him. I love going Ibiza and all that. So I'm watching him. And then the weekend after that, it's Reminisce Festival, Legends Arena.
Yes.
Don't go in any other fucking arena.
That's it. The only arena. All the other arenas are shut.
Yeah.
The Legends Arena. Get in there. All the best DJs and MCs are there.
Yeah. And then I think we've got a few Back to the Docks coming up. And stuff like I'm going on holiday. I like to get away. Yeah. So
last time I rang you, were going away, weren't you? Or you were away actually.
Yeah. I did a few. I love it. I love just taking the kids away, mate.
Exactly.
Memories you can't buy memories.
Exactly. So anyone you want to mention to or a shout out to?
I want to shout out, everyone. I'm sorry if I've missed you. Jay for one. Alex Energy, Brian Topgroove for doing what they've done. Lee Hall, big up Lee. All the DJs, MCs. Everyone who knows me really, just carry on. Just don't be slagging me off. Or if you do it to my face.
Hey, thank you, Cole, thanks everyone for tuning into the podcast, by the way. Thank you for Cole for joining me today in this luxurious exotic location, which is definitely not my living room. I don't know who or what's next. I think I've got a good idea, but don't forget there's 40 plus episodes to watch or listen to. Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you listen to or watch podcasts, get on them, and I'll see you all soon, guys. Take care.